जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
तस्वीर विश्व की परम पिता शिव की संतान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
बदलेंगे तस्वीर विश्व की परम पिता शिव की संतान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
बदल दिखाए, सब में परिवर्तन लाए। मन दर्पण से प्रभु दर्शन हो, जीवन धन्य बनाए। सद्गुण से श्रृंगार करें, सद्गुण से श्रृंगार करें। हम करें जगत का नव निर्माण। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
बदलेंगे तस्वीर विश्व की परम पिता शिव की संतान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
विश्व में शांति फैलाएं, प्रेम का पाठ पढ़ाएं। वसुंधरा परिवार हो, ऐसा स्वर्ग धरा पर लाएं। पवित्रता के बल से कर दें, पवित्रता के बल से कर दे अपना भारत देश महान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
बदलेंगे तस्वीर विश्व की परम पिता शिव की संतान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
मर्म बताए, हम प्रभु संदेश सुनाए। राजयोग के प्रकाश में सतयुग की राह दिखाए। आज से ज्यादा सुंदर होगा, आज से ज्यादा सुंदर होगा आने वाले कल का जहान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान।
बदलेंगे तस्वीर विश्व की, परम पिता शिव की संतान। घर घर में खुशहाली होगी, मानव होगा देव समान।
मानव होगा देव समान। मानव होगा देव समान। मानव होगा देव समान। मानव होगा देव समान। मानव होगा देव समान। मानव होगा देव समान। मानव होगा देव समान।
ओम शांति।
हम सभी का लक्ष्य है जो सदैव हमारी बुद्धि में रहता है।
We always have this aim that which remains in our intellects, that we have to become such elevated beings, that is deities. Just like Baba tells in today's Murli that deities are also human beings. Of course, they also perform actions.
लेकिन देवताओं में उन मनुष्यों को दैवी गुण
The only thing which
सद्गुण संपन्न।
makes that difference is the deities are full of virtues.
आज बाबा हमारा ध्यान दैवी गुणों पर,
So Baba draws our attention towards imbibing divine virtues.
उसमें एक मुख्य बात
And the most prominent one among them are, that is, Baba draws our attention.
प्रैक्टिकल बात।
It's very practical aspect.
बाबा ने कहा समझो
Baba says, suppose if there is a conflict over property,
भाई भाई बात,
of course brothers fight among themselves to just get the share in the property. Baba says it's okay to leave.
समझो कम मिला,
Suppose if you receive lesser share, it's okay, it doesn't matter.
हमें तो विश्व की बादशाह
Baba is giving us that unlimited fortune, the world sovereignty.
साकार बाबा का मिसाल बताते
So Baba, while giving the example of the Sakar Baba, because Baba was content with whatever he received,
दुनिया का साक्षात,
because he was granted visions of that future perfect world.
तो ऐसे ही कोई भी संपत्ति आदि
So in any situation where any conflicts come over the properties, Baba says you shouldn't fight, you should just leave.
बाबा की आज की एक मुख्य बात। अन्य बाबा ने देवी गुणों पर ध्यान खिंचवाया है।
Baba draws our attention towards imbibing divine virtues. You must not sulk about anything and you must not speak about harsh words.
दूसरी बात जो बाबा सुना रहे हैं कि बलिहारी एक शुभ बाबा है।
Another aspect which is mentioned in today's Murli is that Baba says the entire greatness is of Shiv Baba because it is that father who gives such a knowledge at this time.
उनकी ही याद से हमारे ऊपर में बने।
So the account of the sinful actions also can be cleared with his remembrance.
को करना
So we must remember the one who enables us clear the account of the sinful actions.
पावनी का जैसे मम्मा है,
Just like Mama is there,
बाबा है।
Baba is there.
अब मम्मा, जब मम्मा ने शरीर
When Mama left body,
तो बहुतों ने जिनको मम्मा की पालना मिली है,
those who had received Mama's sustenance, they of course remembered Mama. So Baba said it's okay to remember Mama, but
करने से क्या होगा?
if you just remember, there is nothing in that.
बता रही है
What has to be understood here is
बाबा की महिमा जैसा लाइफ
it's not about praising anyone, it's about making yourself worthy.
याद करने से वो गुण हमारे में नहीं
It's not just when you remember such elevated beings, you become like that. How Mama relates the knowledge, how Mama imbibes those qualities, how Brahma Baba's life was there, those things have to be imbibed. Let's listen to Baba's Murli, and the date is 4th October 2025.
मीठे बच्चे
The essence,
श्रेष्ठ से श्रेष्ठ बनने के लिए
sweet children, in order to make you the most elevated of all, God Himself gives you the elevated directions through which you change from the residents of the hell into residents of heaven.
तुम्हें श्रेष्ठ मत दे रही है।
So Baba says God Himself gives you elevated directions through which we change from residents of hell into residents of heaven.
जिससे तुम नरकवासी से स्वर्गवासी बन जाते हो। प्रश्न
Question:
देवता बनने वाले बच्चों को
To which aspects must the children who are to become deities pay special attention?
किन बातों का ध्यान रखना है? देवता बनने वाले बच्चों
To which aspects must the children who are to become deities pay special attention? Answer: you must never sulk about anything.
कभी कोई बात में रूठना नहीं। शक्ल मुर्दे जैसी
Never make your face like that of a corpse,
मुर्दे जैसी नहीं, जिससे उदास उदास
where we are always sad, as if there is no life itself.
शरीर में कोई जान ही नहीं है। इसलिए बाबा कहते हैं शक्ल जो
That's why Baba says, let it be cheerful. It shouldn't be like that of a corpse,
किसी को भी दुख नहीं देना।
like a dead body. Never cause anyone sorrow. In order to become deities, let only flowers emerge constantly from your lips.
तो मुख से सदैव फूल निकले। देवता बनना
If you want to become deities, you must always emerge wells of knowledge.
पत्थर निकलते ही
If thorns or stones emerge, you will just remain a stone.
पत्थर के पत्थर ठहरे। गुण बहुत अच्छे धारण
You must imbibe virtues very well.
गुण बहुत अच्छे धारण करने हैं।
You have to become full of all virtues here.
यहाँ ही सर्वगुण संपन्न बनना है। सजा खाएंगे,
If you have to experience punishment, you will not receive a great status.
खाएंगे,
Baba says, if you experience punishment, you will not receive a good status.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
नई विश्व व
The spiritual father sits here and explains to you, spiritual children, who are to become the masters of that new world.
आज बाबा ने पहले हमको कितना सुंदर टाइटल
Baba just gives this
नई विश्व
beautiful title that the new world which is going to be created, you are the spiritual children who will become the masters of that new world. And Baba explains such children.
ये तो बच्चे समझते हैं कि बाप आए हैं बेहद का वर्षा देने।
So you children understand that the Father has now come to give you your unlimited inheritance. We weren't worthy. They say, "Oh Prabhu, I am not worthy. Make me worthy." The Father says, you children are human beings and the deities are also human beings.
ये देवता
but they have divine virtues.
इन्हों को सच्चा सच्चा मनुष्य कहे।
So the deities are called true human beings.
गुण होते हैं,
Human beings now have devilish traits, and that's why their activity is like that of an animal.
दैवी गुण नहीं है।
When someone doesn't have divine virtues, he is said to have devilish traits.
अब फिर बाबा
The Father now comes and makes you into elevated deities.
सचखंड में रहने वाले सच
Lakshmi and Narayan are true human beings, and they live in the land of truth.
इन्हों को फिर देवता कहा जाता है।
That's why they are called deities, because they have divine virtues.
भल गाते भी हैं, हे पति
Although people say, "Oh purifier, come," no one knows the secret of how those kings become pure and how they become impure kings.
ये राज कोई नहीं जानते। वह भक्ति मार्ग,
That's the path of devotion.
ज्ञान को तो कोई जानता ही नहीं।
No one knows this knowledge.
तुम बच्चों को बाबा समझाते हैं,
Baba explains to you children, and Baba also makes you like this.
कर्म तो ये देवताएं भी सतयुग में करते
Of course, deities still act in the golden age, but they act in a very pure way,
हैं। उनमें दैवी गुण हैं।
and they have divine virtues.
छी काम न करने वाले भी स्वर्ग
It's only the residents of heaven who don't perform such dirty acts,
नरकवासी से माया छी काम
because it is Maya who makes the residents of hell perform dirty acts. God now sits here and makes you perform such elevated acts by giving you elevated directions not to perform any dirty acts.
श्रेष्ठ बनने के लिए ये
It is God who gives you the most elevated directions of all in order to make you into the most elevated of all. What does Baba say? How Baba comes and makes us imbibe those divine virtues, and how Baba gives such elevated directions, and we have to follow such directions in order to become the residents of heaven, because deities are the most elevated. They reside in that new world.
ये भी तुम्हारे में नंबरवार पुरुषार्थ अनुसार जानते हैं।
Of course, you children also understand this number wise. That's why rosary also gets created of 808 and 16,108. But how many is that anyways? There are billions of human beings.
उनमें 16,000
So if 16,000 emerge from them, how many is that?
%, भी नहीं।
It's not even 1/4 of 1%. If you just compare 16, if you take the percentage of that 16,108 out of billions of the population, so Baba says the quality is not even, the percentage will not even exceed 1/4 of 1% even. Baba makes the children so elevated, so he tells you children, don't perform any sinful acts. You have found such a father, therefore you should experience such great happiness. You understand that unlimited Father has adopted you, and we now belong to him. The Father is the creator of heaven. Why should we be happy? So we have found such a Father who comes and explains daily, and we have found him and we have belonged to him. So we should be very happy.
बाबा है स्वर्ग का रचयिता, तो ऐसे
Baba says he is the creator of heaven. Therefore, in order to become the masters of such a heaven, you have to become worthy and full of all virtues.
गुण संपन्न
Lakshmi and Narayan were full of virtues.
की महिमा की जाती है।
Their worthiness is praised.
जो उनके अंदर एबिलिटीज है, जो
The capabilities, the potential, that quality is being praised even on the path of devotion.
84 जन्मों के बाद
Having taken 84 births, they become unworthy.
एक जन्म
When they descend, their degrees decrease even in one birth.
ऐसे ही
In this way, they continue to decrease. Just as the drama moves like a louse, you also gradually come down. After 20,000 to 50 years, there are 2 degrees less. Then in the kingdom of Ravan, these degrees continue to decrease very quickly, and the souls become eclipsed, just as the sun and the moon also become eclipsed. It isn't that the moon and stars are never eclipsed. Everyone is just completely eclipsed. The Father says it's only by having remembrance of the Father that your eclipse will pass. Of course, everyone is under that influence. Baba says don't perform any sinful acts. The number one sin is this body consciousness. Baba says the number one sin is this body consciousness. It's a very severe sin. It's only in this one birth you children receive teachings because the world now is to change. You will not receive such teachings again. You have been receiving teachings to become a barrister for birth after birth. Those schools, etc., exist all the time. It's only once, and that's all. You receive this knowledge. The Father, the ocean of knowledge, only come once. We have to realize we get this offer only once. We receive the study at this time, and the change, what happens now, because it's a very it's a very big thing. So Baba says he comes only once and he gives you the knowledge. The Father, the ocean of knowledge, comes only once. He gives you all the knowledge of himself, of the beginning, middle and end of his creation. The Father explains everything so easily. You souls are actors. Souls come here from their home to play their parts. This is called the land of liberation. Heaven is the land of liberation in life. Here there is bondage in life. These words have to be remembered accurately. There can't be eternal liberation. Human beings ask for eternal liberation since they want to get rid of the rules. They want to come out of the cycle of the birth and death or coming and going. However, no one can be removed from playing his part in the drama. This is an original, eternal, predestined play. So the history and geography of the world repeat identically. The same deities will enter the golden age. Later those of Islam and Buddhist etc. will then come. This will become the human tree. The seed of this tree is up above. The Baba, the Father, is the seed of the human world tree. Human population exists all the time and it's very small in the golden age. It then gradually continues to grow and grow. Okay, how does it become small again? Baba says now the expansion is very vast. How does it become? The world has grown gradually. So the Father comes and makes impure ones pure. Very few become pure. Only a handful out of multi-millions emerge. For a half a cycle there are very few. Then for the other half there is so much growth. The deity community, how does that happen? Because Baba comes and makes all impure souls pure. And those souls who have become pure based on their efforts and they become worthy and they go into that perfect world. And the world obviously becomes smaller because the deities exist there. So actually Baba says the deity community should have the highest population because they are the ones who come at the beginning. However, they went into other religions because they forgot the Father. This is a play about one mistake. It's by forgetting the Father, they have become poverty-stricken. Little by little, they forgot and they have completely forgotten. Worship too is of just the one at first, because it's only the one who grants salvation to all. Why should anyone else be worshipped? Baba says it is Shiv Baba who makes them into Lakshmi and Narayan. How could Sri Krishna have been the one who made them that? It's not possible. He is the prince of the golden age. How could he be the one who teaches Raj Yoga? Baba says people have done such a great mistake. It doesn't sit in their intellects. Father says, now remember me and imbibe divine virtues. If there is
कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी
any quarreling over property, then just finish it.
तो उनको खलास कर झगड़ा करते करते
Otherwise, while you are still quarreling, you will shed your body.
जनरेशन बाय जनरेशन पता नहीं कब की डी
Because the property might have been bought during ancestors' time, and this just continues. Baba says during that process, if the soul sheds the body, then Baba says this one renounced everything. He didn't quarrel with anyone. Even if you receive very little, let go of that.
भाग्य विधाता फिल्म में दिखाया ना बड़ा
Because see, in that movie that is Bhagya Vidhata, it's clearly shown that what did Brahma Baba's partner say? Baba didn't even utter a single word.
जाने दो
Baba says if you receive anything less in the physical world, Baba says it's okay to let go of it, because in return of that, what kingdom you are going to receive. Baba tells us how much happiness he experienced when he had visions of destruction on that kingdom. What's all of this compared with the kingdom of the world that I'm going to receive? No one is going to starve. Even those who don't have money are still able to fill their stomachs. Did Mama bring anything? Mama is remembered so much because the father says, it's fine to remember her, but now don't remember her name or form.
परंतु अभी मम्मा के नाम रूप को याद नहीं करना है लेकिन क्या करना है
We have to make ourselves worthy
हमारे मम्मा बाबा हमारे आगे बहुत बड़े एग्जाम्पल
because we have such leading examples in front of us. Those souls, they are such souls who had imbibed this virtues, and they had become worthy, and they were the examples to inspire many.
भी उन जैसी धारणा
Baba says it's not just about remembering anyone or praising her. Baba says
गति लायक बनी
we have to become as good as Mama and become worthy of that throne. We have to have the virtues that she had. Nothing works out just by praising her. The father says, constantly remember me, stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance, relate this knowledge in the same way that Mama did.
मम्मा की महिमा
Only when you become worthy of such praise yourselves can the reason for Mama's praise be shown. By simply saying, Mama, Mama, your stomachs won't become full.
और ये पेट पीठ से
Your stomachs and backs will come together. Only by remembering Shiv Baba will your stomachs become full.
इस दादा को
Even by remembering Brahma Baba, that is your Dada, your stomachs won't become full. Only remember the one alone, it's the greatness of that one.
ना बाबा हमको
How
बनाते
Baba wants us to go detached.
थे बुद्धि योग हमारा कहाँ लगा रहे
It's very important to connect our intellect with Shiv Baba.
युक्तियाँ रचनी चाहिए सर्विस
We must always have different ways of doing service.
अगर काटे
Let only flowers constantly emerge from your lips. If thorns or stones emerge, you will just remain like a stone. Imbibe virtues very well. Become full of virtues here. If you have to experience punishment, you will not receive a good status.
सजा खाएंगे तो फिर पद अच्छा नहीं मिलेगा यहाँ बच्ची
You children come here to listen to the Father directly. Here, Baba gives you fresh intoxication. At centers, you become intoxicated. When you go home, see your relatives, everything finishes. Here, you understand that you are sitting in Baba's family.
परिवार में बैठे हैं
There, it's an impure family, and there is so much fighting, etc. As soon as you go back, you fall into the rubbish. Here, you mustn't forget the Father. No one in the world can receive the true peace.
इसको भी मिल ना सके पवित्रता सुख शांति
No one except the Father can give you that purity, happiness, peace, and prosperity. It isn't that the Father gives the blessing, may you have a long life, may you have many children. No, you don't gain anything by receiving blessings, etc. It's a mistake made by human beings.
बाबा कहते याद करने
Baba says everything depends on the effort. We are listening to the Murli in the class.
कोई बात शायद बुद्धि में याद ही नहीं होगी इस समय।
I don't think anyone would remember anything apart from Murli. And as soon as you go back to your work, and we don't even know how the Murli points just slip away.
याद करते करते
We of course start our task by being in the remembrance of the Baba or Murli points, then gradually that remembrance slips away. That's why Baba just explains such wonderful things so that which becomes easy to remember or remind ourselves.
हैं जो सच्ची सुख
So that's why Baba says no one except the Father can give that purity, happiness, peace, and prosperity. If this I realize that these things I get from Baba, of course I'll be happy. Then we will remember the one who gives us such.
ये याद रह जाए।
It's a very simple thing. Then we will be remembering the one who gives us that.
आशीर्वाद
It isn't that the Father gives the blessings. May you have a long life or may you have many children. No, you don't gain anything by just receiving blessings, etc. It's a mistake made by human beings. Even sannyasis can't give blessings. Today they bless you and tomorrow they themselves die. Look how many popes have been and gone. There are also the thorns of the gurus. If guru dies at an young age, someone else is made into a guru or a young disciple and is made into a guru. It is Bab Dada who is the bestower. What would he do with anything that's given to him? Because the Father is incorporeal, it is the corporeal one who would take it. It's a matter to be understood.
ऐसा कभी नहीं कहना
Never say that you have given something to Shiv Baba.
कहना चाहिए, इसको बुद्धि में ख्याल में आता है।
Who has such thoughts? Those who haven't studied Murli. We must never say that we have given something to Shiv Baba. It shouldn't even come in our thoughts that we have given something to Shiv Baba.
बाबा ने कहा हम शिव बाबा को देते
No.
देते हैं,
Do we think we give to Shiv Baba?
नहीं देते
No.
तो क्या करते हैं?
We take multi-millions from Shiv Baba.
शिव बाबा नहीं, बाबा ने कहा हम शिव बाबा को देते हैं, ऐसा कभी नहीं कहना चाहिए। नहीं, हम
We take multi-millions from Shiv Baba. We give nothing. It's not about giving. We have taken much more in return. So Baba says, the things that Baba gives you are countless. Shiv Baba is the bestower. How could you give to him?
दूसरी बात देखो बाबा क्या समझाते हैं।
Baba says, when you think,
पर बाबा से हमने पकड़ लिया,
first thing Baba reminds us that it is we who get so much from Baba and Baba is the bestower. So how could he take anything from us? So Baba says the next thought which arises when we think that I gave this, body consciousness comes.
आज ही बाबा ने कहा देह अभिमान सबसे बड़ा पाप।
In today's Murli, Baba says this body consciousness is a very severe sin.
बाबा के पास इतने ढेर बच्चे आते हैं, आकर
Baba has so many children who come to stay here, so many facilities are needed for them, and this means you are giving for yourselves.
उनको अपना थोड़ी
He doesn't need to do anything for himself.
हानि ही तो
He gives you the kingdom.
इसलिए करते हैं।
This is why you do everything.
वो अपने से भी
He makes you even higher than himself. Yet you forget such a father.
आधा कल पूज्य
For half a cycle you are worthy of worship, and for half a cycle you are worshippers. By becoming worthy of worship, you become the masters of that land of happiness. Then by becoming worshippers, you become the master of the land of sorrow. No one knows when the Father comes and establishes heaven. Only you Brahmins of the confluence age know these things. Baba explains everything so well, yet it doesn't sit in your intellects. You also have to explain with tact in the same way as Baba explains.
इरशाद कर ऐसा
Make effort and become as elevated as them.
बाबा बच्चों को
The Father explains to you children that you have to imbibe divine virtues very well.
कोई बात नहीं,
Never sulk about anything.
शक्ल मुर्दे जैसी नहीं।
Never make your face like that of a corpse.
बाबा कहते
Father says, don't perform such acts now.
नहीं करो। फिर एक और बात,
Baba just gives example.
चंडी देवी का भी मेला लगता
There is a mela of the goddess Chandika, that is cremator goddess.
है, मेला भी लगता है। चंडिका उनको कहते हैं
Anyone who doesn't follow the Father's directions is called Chandika. Baba says, who is given such titles? Those who don't follow the Father's directions.
जो दुख देती है
Those who cause suffering.
दो बातें है देवी
She is a deity and she always causes sorrow.
और वो श्रीमत पर नहीं चलती,
And she doesn't follow Srimat.
चंडिकाओं का भी मेला लगता है।
So Baba says such fairs also are held of such souls because that soul has also belonged to Baba. Human beings are ignorant. They don't understand the meaning of this. No one has any strength. They are completely hollow inside.
आज आप अदरवाइज में देखो बाहर का शो इतना ज़्यादा हो
We have such a splendor and show off that we seem to show that we are perfect and happy, but Baba says there is just emptiness, nothing. This is the situation of today's world. Baba says the souls don't have any power at all.
को अच्छी रीति याद करते हैं।
When you remember Baba very well, you receive strength from the Father. However, even while living here, the intellects of many of you wander outside. This is why Baba says, sit in front of the pictures, your intellect will remain busy with them.
बिजी रहे तो बाबा युक्ति बताते
Baba gives many ideas.
योग लगता नहीं है,
When your intellect is not focused,
नहीं होती
it's not getting connected with Baba.
पढ़ने में हमारी बुद्धि नहीं
When you are not focused in reading Murli,
फोकस ही नहीं होती है।
first of all, your concentration itself is not good. Baba says, just go and sit in front of the pictures. These pictures will inspire you, and then you will know your aim, everything.
इसको समझाओ
When you explain the pictures of the cycle and ladder to others, tell them there are very few human beings in the golden age. There are now so many human beings. The Father says, I inspire the establishment of the new world through Brahma and the destruction of this old world. Sit and practice in this way. Your mouths will automatically open. Whatever is going on inside definitely has to come one day outside. You are not dumb, right?
घर में रड़ियाँ मारने के लिए मुंह खुलता है।
When you are at home, you can open your mouths in order to shout. You can't open them to speak this knowledge. We speak so much. When it comes to knowledge, we become dumb.
तो वो सुना सकते हैं और बाबा का
So Baba says, you can relate everything else apart from relating the knowledge. Everyone can be given these pictures. You have to have the courage to bring benefit to those at home. Decorate your rooms with the pictures. You will keep yourself busy. That will become like your library.
लाइब्रेरी हो जाएगी।
In order to bring benefit to others, you should put up these pictures.
दूसरों का कल्याण करने के लिए चित्र आदि लगा देना चाहिए।
Explain to whoever comes, and you can do plenty of service. Even if they only hear a little of this knowledge, they can become subjects. Baba shows you many ways to make that progress. Remember the Father, your sins will be absolved. Otherwise, even if you take a dip in the Ganges, your sins can't be absolved.
तो ही वे कर्म विनाशी।
Baba says, all of that is a blind faith. Baba says, even if you get drowned in Ganges, your sins can't be absolved.
हरिद्वार में तो सारी शहर का गंद आकर गंगा
Even at Haridwar, all the sewage of the whole city flows into the Ganges. So much sewage flows into the ocean. There is so much sewage in the rivers too. How could anyone become pure in that? Maya has made everyone completely senseless
गई ना, वो बॉम्बे में बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट
because in Mumbai they had made artificial tanks to sing the idols of this Ganesh or the deities,
उनमें से सारा कचरा निकाला।
and all the rubbish from those tanks were removed.
साल वो पड़ता रहे
And you just imagine how
जाके इकट्ठा हो,
the rubbish gets collected in those tanks and where is it accumulated? It is finally dumped into the rivers or oceans, and people just go and bathe in that water. That's why Baba says Maya has made everyone completely senseless. That's why Baba says, remember me, your souls to are called out, O purifier, come. You have physical fathers of your own bodies. Only the one Father is the purifier. You must remember the Father who purifies you. The bestower of the liberation in life is only one, no one else. No one understands the meaning of such easy things. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, father, and Bab Dada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. And we spiritual children also offer love, remembrance, and say good morning, Namaste to the mother, father, and Bab Dada. The essence for Dharana, the first one. Practice only allowing jewels of this knowledge to emerge from your lips. Never allow thorns or stones to emerge from them. In order to bring benefit to yourself and your family, decorate your home with the pictures. Churn the ocean of this knowledge and use the pictures to explain to others.
उस पर विचार सागर मंथन कर दूसरों को समझाना है। बिजी रहना है।
Baba says, keep yourself busy doing this.
दूसरा, बाबा से आशीर्वाद मांगने की बजाय उनकी श्रेष्ठ मत पर चलना।
Keep yourself busy doing this. Second, instead of asking for blessings from the Father, follow his elevated directions. The greatness is of Shiv Baba, therefore only remember him. Don't have any arrogance of having given so much to Baba. Today's blessing, it's good one. May you have the blessing of the same applies to you by bringing the time close with your stage of being equal to the Father. May you have the blessing of the same applies to you by bringing the time close with your stage of being equal to the Father. Its explanation: to finish any consciousness of I means to remain in the stage that is equal to that of the Father and to bring time close. Baba says, when you feel some ownership of your body or any possession, there is a percentage of equality and the percentage means a defect. Those with such defects can never become perfect. We always, because we think Baba as our own. And what does Baba try to say? Baba says, we sometimes have this ownership of our own body, other things, etc. Baba says this leads to a percentage, and which means a defect, and such souls with such defects can never become perfect. So, in order to become perfect, constantly remain merged in the love for the Father. By constantly remaining merged in love, you will be easily able to make others equal to yourselves and equal to the Father. Bab Dada gives his lovely children who remain merged in the love, the blessings of same applies to you. Slogan: give regard to one another's ideas, your record will become good. Today's Avyakt signal: experiment on yourself and others with the power of your mind and with the powers of yoga.
और सर्व के प्रति मनसा द्वारा योग की शक्तियों का रिमेम्बरेंस।
In order for you to serve with your mind and intellect have to be free from thinking wasteful thoughts.
से मुक्त होना चाहिए। मन मना भव के
Let there be the easy form of the mantra of Man Manabhav. Such elevated souls who have powerful thoughts, good wishes, and pure feelings can give the donation of powers with their minds.
शुभ भावना शुभ कामना वाले हैं, वे मनसा द्वारा शक्तियों का दान दे सकते हैं। ओम शांति।
शिव बाबा को याद कर, जी भर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना। शिव बाबा को याद कर, जी भर उसको प्यार कर, सांसों को आबाद कर ले मेरे मना।
In so respected Dadi Ratan Mohini ji, Baba keeps getting his work done and we have to keep in mind these things.
ध्यान रखना है जब आवाज फैलता जा रहा
The things that now when the voice is spreading,
है कौन सी मूर्त बनना है
so which idol do I have to become?
कौन सी मूर्त
Which statue? Which idol?
बैठे
When we sit here and spread our voice in the world, they have the visions of the Father.
बाप का साक्षात्कार होता है शिव बाबा को
They believe in Shiv Baba, but when they recognize Brahma Baba,
को पहचाने तो दुनिया माने
then the world will wonder who is going to tell them all this.
ओम शांति
Om Shanti.